Everyone in the fitness industry is a fraud.
How do you get that size?
I worked out for 5 months, 6 days a week, up to 4 hours a day.
Is this where you get to eat everything? You have to eat 6,000 calories a day?
Yes.
I read that in the Hollywood Reporter.
This is I literally rang Dwayne Johnson.
So I said it, full range of motion is killing your gains, and it actually is true.
You happen to walk into your bedroom, and there are 3 random waifu Japanese girls that just couldn't wait for you to return. And you figure, Grandma, you let these bitches in again? All right, no sleep for me tonight. You get to doing whatever you do in bed. Hey, that's your thing. I'm not gonna judge you. And then you get 0 sleep, you show up to the gym super tired. Sleep by itself is super anabolic. You missed out on that. Hey, you had a great time, but lack of sleep is absolutely a problem.
It seems that no one can agree on what works and what doesn't work. A lot of people find success with one way of thinking and they try to force it on you because it worked for them. Surely it has to work for everyone else, right? No, everyone's body is unique. People respond to diet and exercise very differently. One comparison I love to make are the 2 bodybuilders Mike Mentzer and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold believed in training 6 times a week, twice a day, and you can see that worked out decently well for him. While on the other hand, when Mike Mentzer tried that, he became fat and small. So he developed a style of high-intensity, low-volume training. He would lick to complete failure every 5 to 7 days, and I would say that worked out decently well for him too. Both of their training styles couldn't be more different, yet they were both extremely successful. Now, of course, there are rules that apply to all of us. When dieting, a caloric deficit is the only way to lose weight, and a caloric surplus is the only way to gain weight. And from a weightlifting and muscle growth standpoint, the more intensity you put in, the more you get out, with adequate rest, of course. So then why do all these influencers push one way of training or dieting so hard? Because they like money. The main reason most diets and training plans fail is because people don't adhere to them. So when they hear the super secret formula that'll get you ripped and shredded in an instant, super easy, people will pay top dollar for that. Young me was a victim to this, and I don't want y'all to be either. I constantly hear about being optimal. The optimal way to lift this is to do it this way. The optimal way to eat this is you gotta put your fork this way. But in reality, the most optimal thing is going to be what you're gonna stick to. Now I'm gonna be real with you guys, I'm a part of this optimization problem. I love getting the most bang for my buck, and that is reflected by the muscle building videos on this channel. I believe squat is the best exercise you can do in the gym for your mind, body, and strength. But if you just hate squatting, if you're like, I'd rather dolphin dive onto the highway than get under a squat, then do leg press, then do machine work. What matters is that you're moving around and being active. It doesn't matter if you're missing out on 5% of optimal gains, if your main goal is just to be healthier. If you don't diet or work out in a way you enjoy, then you won't adhere to it, plain and simple. I love combat sports and weightlifting. I can't ever see myself stopping, but if I was forced to do Zumba every day, I'd probably stop showing up. Same thing goes with diet. I've seen this trend on social media lately where everyone is eating real whole foods off a wooden cutting board with no chemicals. Then in that case, don't drink water. Water's chemicals, it's H2O. Everything contains chemicals. Now, I'm not telling you to eat processed junk all day that's bad for you. Just have a healthy balance. If you can maintain a diet where you're just eating eggs, fish, meat, vegetables, and fruit, it's the most clean thing in the world, you never go out, then that's good for you, maintain that diet. But for most people, that's just not feasible. Have the majority of your diet be healthy whole foods. They don't have to be the organic specialty brand that costs $10 extra or anything like that. But with a well-balanced diet, you can have a little bit of junk. If you just love eating cookies, right? Like you can't go without cookies. If you go a day without cookies, the voices, you start enjoying it. Then add a cookie to your diet plan every once in a while. Being in a caloric deficit is what's contributing to your weight loss, not the foods you eat. If you want to know more about dieting, I have a video on how I lost 150 pounds. And if you need to gain weight, I have a video on how to bulk up and gain muscle. Both videos will be in the description, and both videos will be in the end card at the end of this video. I also have a video on how to structure your workouts if you're a beginner. The moral of this video is make the hard things fun. Be careful who you trust on the internet. There are some very trustworthy people, but it can be hard to decipher at first. I'll leave some of my favorite trustworthy YouTubers in the description below. Quite frankly, a lot of influencers aren't educated enough to give fitness advice. Maybe they're being paid to shill a product they don't use. Or perhaps even there's a very real possibility they're on steroids and they're a fake natural lifter. If it seems unrealistic and too good to believe in, then it probably is. Please watch another video and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Revoke your humanity.
You're inhuman!